Morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. And of course, we are live from. Yes, we are live from Oklahoma. And it's a chilly Oklahoma today. It is right now. It's 32 degrees. I woke up to 25, so it was uh, chilly or nipply, might I say. And of course, we also have my sidekick with me. Rocket. Hey,
Good
John.
morning, all. Yeah, we woke up to a light snow on the ground, and right now it's like 37 degrees here, so it's all going away. But little snow last night.
So it's a little warmer for you.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's warm inside the house. You know,
That's good.
what's
And
the temperature in your garage?
say what?
What's the temperature in your garage?
Uh, Finger numbing
Uh,
cold.
oh, okay. Yeah. Watch that track contracting some and opening up those rail joints.
On there's each of the three main lines is no more than 4 feet long at the max.
Mm.
Okay, so and they're soldered. Each section is soldered together, and so there's a gap between them. So I really
Hmm.
haven't had any expansion contraction uh, issues yet.
Well, that's
So,
good. Yeah, I guess
um,
the main thing you'll have to worry about is heat in the summertime.
yeah, but even then, the expansion, I laid, I didn't have any expansion problems last summer,
Hmm.
right? So I don't expect any for this coming summer.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So,
I don't have any
um,
in here because it's all climate controlled. So
yeah, rub it in, rub it in.
I vary about 3 to 4 degrees between the summer and winter.
Yeah. Well,
Of
eventually.
course, I did have my biggest heat bill since I've lived here of $313. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my my electric bill for December was $90, and the natural gas bill was. Hang on a second. I can look that up. I keep track of everything.
Hmm.
Um, it was $100 as well. So uh, gas and electric for the month of December was $200. So that's not bad.
No, that's not. I usually this time of year run around 250, something like that. But it's still good. It's still better than Florida. And
Yes,
I had a smaller
absolutely,
house in Florida.
and especially in the summertime, it was much better.
Yeah.
So
So anyway, how's your week been?
my week has been great.
I see trains are running.
They are, and um, I'm saving a file here. Uh, So hang on 1 second. Whoopsie. Well, that's the other
that looks like a mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both workbenches are a mess. I really, really, really need to fix them. So
Yeah, and
but
mine aren't any better, so I have nothing to talk about. You know, they're all piled up.
Friday
But,
Live would not be complete
oh,
without a
Happy
picture of
New Year.
Ollie.
Ollie's getting big.
There and high. Yeah.
Ollie's big. Yeah.
And you know, I had a lot of fun with the holiday issue. And of course, I've uploaded a lot of those.
I'm a Dutch boy, Dutch boy.
Very good. Yes, that was good to watch. It was. Whew, it wasn't as long as it probably could have been, but it was good.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and run through things. As we know, or most of us at least know, that Lynn is cruising. I think he went through the Panama Canal yesterday, the day before. So he should be in the Pacific Ocean now, somewhere headed back towards LA. And so, in that regard, we can't leave him out. And of course, I did tone down everybody. I did tone down Lynn for everybody. So. There we go. On behalf of Lynn and Colonel Cottonbelt, he got the link. I don't know if he's working today or not. If he's working, he probably won't be here till the second half hour. So we'll hold off on his song, but we can now go down through the roll call. And Brad at Willow Creek Industrial Spur is with us this morning, and I don't have his loaded up. I'll have to do that for next week. And so after Brad, we had Fix It Up. Probably miles. Fix It Up or Scrap It was here. John Nuffle is with us. Hot Dog Andy. Hopefully he'll be flying a Chicago dog someday. Enough with those plain hot dogs. He needs a Chicago dog. And of course, we do have John Mystic.
I'm not your baby daddy. I'm not your baby daddy.
Sorry, couldn't resist. All the Johns. And Joe Rader was with us, and he wasn't late. Out of all the holiday bits, I got more comments
What's
on
that?
Joe's.
Yeah.
I got more comments on Joe's than anybody else's. So he is on time today. And then we have our Dutch boy, Ollie. Hi, and Ollie are with us this morning. And who else? Floyd is with us as well. And of course, I couldn't help myself with Floyd's either. I thought that was a good one. Younger Steve is with us. And, I missed 3 people that are normal attendees. How I missed them, I don't know. But Younger Steve was one of them. And my apologies. Kyle Stevens was another. And Bernard. How did I miss Bernard, too? Anyway.
You're getting old.
Yeah, I know it. They'll just have to hold out for next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so welcome, Younger Steve. And of course, I already got Floyd and Digger and Jimmy. All right. Digger's with us today. Yeah. Anybody else? Sparky. Sparky is with us. He's working on the layout and just kind of listening in. And who else? Anybody else? As I'm going down the list. Al Marr is with us. Hey, Al. Mr. King Tuna, Wicked Tuna himself. He's got a big bay window and a view of a field full of corn. Good morning, Dwight.
Well, I hope he doesn't have any corn out there now because it'd be going to waste.
No, the pheasant and the deer would get it. So
yeah.
All right, that gives us everybody who is currently here with us, and so.
And Steve, I got to admit something. I haven't watched your Workbench Wednesday yet. I apologize.
What did I do for Workbench?
It was a painting of the roof of your. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch that yet.
Basically, that's there you go. There's the 2 roofs, and as you look at that thing, when I blot on the mustard and the green and the brown, I mean, it looks like hell, and all because I just want a hint of it to peak, to give a hint of a little mildewy mold, or a little mustard being some fresh wood kind of look to it, and brown and black soot and so forth. And to do that, you put it on, and then you got to cover it with a very light coat back of the gray. And it turns out, I think, pretty good. You can't hardly tell it from those pictures, but I can do that. Get a little bit. You can't see it on the left-hand sided one, but you can on the right. So anyway, that
very nice.
Exit solo. Okay. So I'm going to go back over here to that. And so that's what it is. 2 things left to do. One is the detailing of it. Trash can and phone booth or 2. Ashtrays, believe it or not. Back in the 60s, you'd have those,
ashtray stands.
You'd have those canned ashtray stands. Some benches. I have some, and I make my benches out of L girders, beams, whatever you want to call them. And there is Randall. Randall's with us, and I use those.
Good morning, Randall.
And put some legs on those for benches.
So
I've got some of that.
No backs to those, right?
I'm sorry?
No backs to those?
No, they'll have backs on them.
Okay.
Just basically the L, and then put a couple of square tubular pieces
Stanchions?
for the legs. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll get those on. Actually, I'm waiting for those. I had to order some more L beams because I didn't have any. I got square, I got tubes, but I didn't have any L's.
Yeah.
So,
It's always something, right?
Yeah. I do have one thing that was supposed to be here yesterday, but it didn't make the delivery truck, so it'll be today. But you'll get to see next week. Other than that, I didn't have anything. I didn't get anything for Christmas train related either. We were so wrapped up in other things going on with the kids, and I reestablished a long childish tradition. Even when I was a kid, my parents, for New Year's Day, would always have like an open house, and my dad would cook up a big batch of chili and a big batch of bean soup, and my mom would put all these cheese and crackers and different things together, and then their friends and my brother and my friends would come and go all day long watching football games. And so when Cheryl and I got married, we started doing that again. But when we left Oklahoma City 25 years ago, we didn't do it anymore. I think I might have done it one year when my son was a senior in high school. But other than that, I don't think we did it. And but now that we're back in Oklahoma City, I called up some of our old friends and said, "Hey, open house at the Childers," and for last Saturday, the 28th, because it wasn't New Year's Day, but it was the day that Iowa State, my alma mater, was playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl. So part of I had a big batch of chili and double batch of chili cooked. We made some onion burgers at halftime, and we had, of course, cheese and crackers and all different kinds of stuff, along with every flavor of Pop-Tarts that there is. And Iowa State ended up winning the game in the last minute or so, 42-41, beating the Miami Hurricanes. So it was an exciting day at the Childers household.
Yeah. But Miami really hasn't been good for a decade or more.
They were
sanctioned.
They blew it. They blew it the last 2-3 games of the season. Up until that point, they were top 10, and they were still like 12th or 13th in the AP polls. Iowa State was 18th. And of course, I don't even get me started on the polls and how biased they are towards primarily the SEC. And with Oklahoma and Texas leaving the Big 12, of course, they, Big 12's nothing to them. And I think Arizona State proved that wrong. And of course, Iowa State was tied for conference champions till the championship game, anyway. So, anyway, I'm just trying to catch up on some of the chat. So, all right.
Yeah, we just had a Christmas. I don't know if it was a lunch or dinner, but I had ham instead of turkey or anything else, and just had a quiet day here.
Yeah, we do turkey for Thanksgiving and ham for Christmas typically. So.
And my granddaughter was over Christmas Eve day, opened all her presents. Of course, she was the only one that really had any presents because, well, she's the only kid. So I made sure that she had a good Christmas.
Good. All right. So I know you were showing me off pictures. What all did
Yes.
you get?
Well, I
You want to
didn't.
go through your?
Well, I didn't. I didn't really give anything new.
Well,
But
sure. You can always show what you're doing.
well, yeah. Let me present, and I will let's see.
Let me.
Share screen. Uh, well, window that one. Share. Uh, hmm. Is it showing? Oh, there it is. There it goes. Um, I've had this little Milwaukee Road test car.
I remember when you got that.
Yeah, I bought it at Zitnik's train store in Pinellas Park. It must have been 3 or 4 years ago that I bought it, and I saw it there. And of course, I don't do Milwaukee Road, but I figure, well, I can always change it over to CNEI test car because I know they had it. In fact, I have pictures of it. But yeah, so there's what we started with, and I went through and cut off all the formed on hand grabs, which wasn't too hard with a good sharp X-Acto knife. And of course, I had to sand down the areas, but I started to install the grab irons. And I don't know if anybody else would know, but I made a mistake in this picture here. In the photo of the original CNEI weight car, it only had the double grab irons on the top on one side, and I didn't have pictures of both sides. So I had to cut off the ones I'd already put on, but that's okay, you know.
But you do know that had you not said that, nobody ever would have known.
I know, but you know me, I like to be honest on things. And whoops, I think I went 2 pictures. Yeah, this photo's not real good, but
So, okay, before you go any further, did you
yes,
paint the orange one black, or is this the second one?
this is the one I painted.
Okay.
And it happened to be that in my CNEI Historical Society biannual magazine, that one of the members was selling the decals for this particular weight car. And please excuse my decals, how they're still showing. This has not gotten its dull coat on it yet, so it's nice and shiny. And but he had done one himself, and then he noticed, well, no one makes the decals for him, so he had some decals produced. And I'll tell one thing, thank God he had these little tiny decals here, multiples of, because if anybody knows the size of a weight car, those are tiny decals there on the bottom. And even this one that's up underneath the grab rail here is very small and hard to deal with. These grab irons on the top were actually the curved, bent over ones. I didn't have any size 18-inch straight ones, so I had to take my grab irons and flatten them out and get them in, which I got to admit, this first time I ever had installed grab irons on my computer. There's a little picture from the top. supplied decals for these grab irons, but yeah, I tried that. I couldn't get a single one to go on there. So what I did to paint the white was I just had one of my micro brushes, and it was the perfect width with the paint on it to mark these grab irons with the white. So, and I used the Vallejo paint for that because it covers in the first pass. Usually I use the cheap paint, but I got a bottle of white, flat white to do that with. And come on, my mouse is acting up. This is what was my inspiration. This is what was in the magazine to go by. And as you see, the pictures only show the one side and the front of the the weight car. So it took me a while to look at this area over here and see that they only had one set on that side, the non-brake wheel side of the weight car. So that's when I went in and I cut off the other ones. Whoops, still too much. And this is a better shot of it. This is the better side. Nice clear decals. As I say, when I go in and put the final touches on it, you won't be able to tell. And I keep clicking past. And then this area right here, which wasn't on the original model, I also had to try to replicate. And to get these sizes correct, I used a ratio, but the ratio doesn't work. This is a flat bar here. I had to use round. And then if there's a little bit of offset from the top where they had hangers put on there, I wasn't going to do that. So I just went ahead and made my own too, put the decals on them. And that's the finished car there, besides weathering and dull coating. But
Cool.
It was a fun little project. It took me a while to do, but I'm going to have it on my layout in this configuration. In the write-up of the CNEI weight car, they said the weight car was always pulled behind a caboose because of the short wheelbase of the weight car. And so this is the way I'm going to run it on my layout when I run it, and they'll be sitting in the yard like in this configuration. The engine is one of my new engines. It does not have DCC in it. I told Steve I'm going to have to go back to his video where he installed a DCC in this is an SW7. I can't remember what you installed it in, but same basic shape, same basic principle.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. I don't know if I'm going to try to install sound in it. I know that.
Are you gonna dedicate it to this configuration?
Yes, I probably will.
I would suggest you could put the speaker in the cab of the SW, but I'd put the decoder and another speaker perhaps in the caboose.
Yeah, I'd thought about that because I know you did your one calf that way.
Yeah. Just because there's not a whole lot of room in the. Is that an Athearn SW?
That is an Athearn, yes.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room in those because that hood is not as tall as the hood on a GP. All right.
Yeah.
And a GP is tight enough as it is. So there's really no room above the motor at all. and hardly any above the front gearbox.
Yeah.
So you're kind of lucked with the
Steve,
cat.
I haven't even been inside it yet to check it. It's pure DC. It runs great. It didn't come with a chip like the GP7 or the GP35 I bought at the same location in yeah.
Well, Andy, John is a much more prototypical modeler than I am. As John SRV knows, I am proto representative. Okay, that means I don't care if it's identical to the prototype or not, as long as you can see the representation of what it should be.
Well, Steve, I can't say I'm totally prototypical either because of the way my layout's set up, but
Well, yeah, because everybody has to deal with selective compression.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't even have the right buildings or anything like that. I just try to have the time period of building, and I modify what I need to modify to make it a little better. But yeah, this was just something I had been thinking about doing. Well, ever since I bought the weight car, and then with the article coming out in the CNEI Historical Society magazine, I said, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to get it as close to it as I can. So that was my goal on that, and it turned out fairly good. And yes, those couplers are red. I guess that was for a safety reason because they were so close. They wanted to be able to see them, and yeah, it was a fun little task to do. So that was mine. See, we can stop sharing now. See, can I do that, or do you have? Oh no, I do that. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my little project, guys. It's taken me 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to do it. But I've just been working on it a little bit at a time and not sticking to it. I think maybe if I did it all at once and including paint drying time, it would have taken me 8 hours. But that's with paint drying, of course. And being that it's a little cooler now, the paint takes longer to dry. But yeah, I'll get it weathered and dull coated, and then give it a final finished photo of it when I get a chance.
Who was it? There was somebody I saw. I think they were in England. Modeled fruits and vegetables in like a sidewalk stand.
Well, I know Markland of Sweden did it for some rail cars. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna be eating breakfast.
Well, you go right ahead.
I'll try to be a little off camera for that. You don't need to see me smacking and putting food in my mouth.
I'm not sure what the question is here. Hi. Prototypical is when they attempt to model exact of a prototype. For instance, on a locomotive, it'd have all the grab irons, it'd have the lift rings, all the cabling and all that kind of stuff. Oh, guess who has joined us? He won't be on camera though. But that still deserves a.
And I'm riding on the cotton belt railroad line in the pitching, rolling rhythm and noise.
Welcome, Jason. So,
and you could count my weight car as prototypical because it is a representation of the actual car with the proper decals, the grab irons, everything that doesn't come on the standard model that
see,
I've changed.
Getting back. Okay. All right. But I'm not pro. That's what I'm saying. I'm not proto high. I try to give for instance, all right, if we look at my switching layout here, okay, it represents my hometown, the Fairview Avenue area of Downers Grove in the Burlington 3-line racetrack. All right. And at Fairview Avenue, it had platforms, except in America, they're not really platforms, on east and westbound tracks with the fence down the middle. But the fence is different. All right. The fence didn't have the rock stuff on it. All right. There was no icing platform at Fairview Avenue either. I just added that. But I can look at it, and based upon the namings, there was a Pepperidge Farm bakery there, except if you look at the diagram, all right, Pepperidge Farm would be lower right hand, but in reality, it would have been off this diagram just to the right, okay, of the Fairview station. And the rest of it all existed, but it was over a 5-mile distance, and there were added grade crossings, etc., in there. And while there was no Train Freak lumber, like I have, where's that? Ding. All right, there. All right. That was it represents the Heinz Lumberyard on Warren Avenue or Warren or Rogers, I can't remember the actual name of the street, there in Downers Grove in the 60s. Okay. And that 3-story tan building was actually a 1-story building. It was the Sears Service Center. So, but their siding, I didn't have room to put in their siding was being torn out at that point in time anyway. So, anyway, so that's kind of what I'm talking about. Hi. And then there's
that lumber yard really looks good from this picture angle.
Yeah, it's hard to tell that that's a flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good job.
And it really helps to put that dock area. All right, that's actually 3-dimensional. It comes out from the flat, and with the forklift.
Mm-hmm.
back to. Oh, I knocked it off the rails. I'll fix that later, but you can see the forklift back there.
Mm-hmm. And no safety rails on the forklift.
On the what?
No
On the
safety
forklift?
rail
Yeah.
on the.
I have to cut those off.
Yeah, still need to cut mine off too when I finish painting them. I've got so many things to paint. It's yeah.
It is 38 degrees here at the moment.
Yeah. Not sure what it is now. I haven't looked at the temperature here in a while, but
Next week will be birthday week. It'll
wonder whose
mark
birthday.
1 year for the Retirement Railroad 2.0 and 67 years for me. Well, thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. All right. The trash compactor is just there as a placeholder. I needed someplace to hold it. Keep in mind, I still have the shed layout to build.
That'll be 3.0.
No, it's gonna be the Retirement Railroad Racetrack edition.
Racetrack.
Yep.
Okay. Because you're going to be doing it in a big loop.
Because it'll be Chicago. It'll be not just like, but again, it'll be Chicago to Aurora. All right, but set out in running order. You know how the old the original one, John, wasn't in the exact order or configuration, like the Burlington actually was. This one will be. You go from Union Station downtown out to Aurora, and it'll have some selective compression, especially at the helix. Where at the helix it'll run through the near-in suburbs till it comes out at either Westmont or Downers Grove. I haven't figured that out yet. So, yes, Steve, I am. So, 2.69. No. So, I am hoping to have a shed by my 69th birthday, and then I'll have to put the electrical in, finish it, insulation, finish it out, and put in a double split AC heater unit. So by my 70th birthday, I'm hoping I can actually do bench work and track work. So
now, how much? I hope your family has a long longevity of life, because
yeah,
it may not give you many years to do it there, Steve.
Steve, you picked the wrong month to go to Minneapolis. I used to have to go to Minneapolis and to Duluth on business, and I avoided it, until May. All right, and I had to go to Duluth in May one year, and I think it was like May 8th or 9th, and you're going up Interstate 35 from Minneapolis, and you crest over and you start heading down into the valley. And if you turn around and look up to your right, there's a ski resort there. And I turn around, they're still skiing. What the hell? Yes, he does, Jason. Thomas does live there, and yes, Thomas, you can make any Jason, you can make any announcement you want.
And I picked up a card up here. It's the 2026 NMRA convention is going to be held in Chattanooga,
Well, that'll be
Tennessee. I will have to be there
Well,
for
that's where the
that one.
headquarters for the NMRA is.
Yeah,
John, I do miss a continuous loop. The way I will do the track plan for the racetrack edition will have hidden loops at each end, where the center track and the outer track will loop around and come back, so that the center track will go back to the center track and the inner track will go to the outer track. All right, in that loop configuration, if that makes sense, on both ends. So you'll be able, I will be able to run continuous, but yet it will have the appearance of point to point. Okay, so
and
at 1
you know,
p.m.
Steve,
Eastern,
that's why I put in the track around the outside edge of my W track to complete from side to side to be able to run a loop.
yeah, there's Bernard. Didn't sneak in on us, Bernard. As you can see, Jason says at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is noon Central, he'll have an important poll popping up on his community page. Has to do with an upcoming contest. So I hope we all get a chance to go vote on it. All right?
Yeah.
So, noon Central.
Well, they're trying to get the Guinness World Record and largest in scale.
That'd be cool.
Wonder what that is. I haven't. I gotta admit, I haven't looked
I
that
thought
up.
they did it at the N Scale convention in Evanston, Wyoming, but I'm not sure. But when is that? Is that the 2025 is in Chattanooga?
No, the 2026.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I will be there. I can, barring any unforeseen circumstances, I will be there because it's just a day trip for my sons, or even from your house, John.
Yeah, it's about an hour and 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, and it's about the same for my sons.
Mm-hmm. So that's not bad. Yeah, because you just have to come down 26. 24. Sorry. I got to take the slow 111 to get down there. But,
I'll tell you what, I'll take the 111 over 24 any day.
well, yeah, that's true, because I probably won't have as many traffic jams.
Exactly.
But,
I don't know what it is about 24 on the west side of, for lack of a better term, west side of Chattanooga. But the traffic's horrendous between Mount Eagle and, or actually, what is it, 59? Or 59 splits off there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been that way in many years.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yep. Okay,
That's
so
fun.
everybody at noon, check out Jason's community page and vote in his poll. Like I said, I don't have any, unless I've gotten something for next week. It's like I said, it's going to be birthday week, and Workbench Wednesday is just going to have a review of what all's transpired on the 2.0. But as I start to work on this mess, all right, y'all may, and then there's a box full of stuff too. This is the complete We Honest grade crossing. All right, with arms and blinking lights and sounds and sensors and no instructions. Actually, when you on eBay, you can have all the different pictures on a listing, and what they did is they just put all the pages of the instruction on the listing. Well, I didn't realize that. When this thing arrived and I looked, and there's no instructions. I had a heart attack trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do. And it's 12:20 there. Oh yeah. That's right, Joe. Don't worry about it. It's 1 o'clock your time. It's noon our time. So, but anyway, I finally figured out the instructions were the pictures in the listing, so I saved all those. Now I just got to find.
Steve, I gotta run out here for 1 second. I'll be back.
All right, I was getting ready to wrap it up. So, Hi's always got some. Your sound's no longer, your speaker's no longer working there, John. Or your mic.
I said I got a cat in the pool. I gotta go.
Oh, okay, go.
Okay. Bye.
Hi's always working on some great electronic projects, from lighting and Wi-Fi control, turnouts, sensors. It's always extremely interesting to see what Hi's always up to. So, all right. Well, anyway, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for joining us here at Friday Live and lack of mail call today. And I'll have at least one thing, if not a couple, next week. So with that, y'all have a great day. Bye.